All right. This is looking at gold and looking at maybe an opportunity I think we have setting up here. Honestly, I didn't time the last gold trade I put on right. Trying to buy around 1400 on this little pullback here, basically to find the top, but put your stop in place, and only lost 15 points on gold. So it's not that big of a deal, to be honest, because I had my line in the sand, lost a little bit of money, but what we're looking at here is, maybe this was the pullback we needed. It's a little deeper, but I'm really liking this setup here. And the reason why is because the last pullback that we got, I would say the low is right here. And, I consider this, this is just consolidation, sideways consolidation. This is a pullback. It didn't, it pulled back. It didn't bounce, but that's all right because we never got below this low here. And that makes me think that, okay, maybe we are building a little bit of a base here, and basically this bottom zone here is where we want to be a buyer. So I'm actually looking at this 1300 level as an opportunity to have some support in gold and, look for that push back up towards 1400, see if we can get this thing going. This thing has a potential to retrace some. I wouldn't even count out, 1500 if we do get this thing going. So if you want to play gold, this is just, an idea for the long side. I'd be willing to be a buyer basically at these levels here. Start with a half-size position, see if gold gives you a pullback. And if it does, then, you can look to add more. If it doesn't, then, you can add at higher prices, but knowing you're already in at lower prices, it's easier to do that. So that's kind of how I would be playing it. The GLD chart is always ugly, so that's why I look at gold futures. But I like this, and, I'm not going to say much more about it. Silver, honestly, you're getting a similar setup, I guess you could say. We're back down at this, average true range level, which tends to be a turning point oftentimes in names in general. It's a great level to use as far as a reference. So the only thing that concerns me about both gold and silver from the long perspective is we are below its point of control for the year. But that, that matters, but it's not as I don't think it matters as much as price action, because at the end of the day, looking at where the point of control is, and this is a good way to view stuff like this, just mark off this bulk of volume that we've had here. That's kind of like your major pivot in gold. That's how you can view it as. So if we can get above that level after making these lows, sorry about that. Okay, so at the end of the day, you just use this big bulk of volume as your, kind of pivot in gold. It will spur a nice move either to the upside or the downside. And I think you can look at this low as, your most relevant low until now. So now we see, okay, can these buyers hold price here and make a push back towards 14, whatever this high was, 1434, and, try to take it out. If so, then you have, the start of a trend to the upside, and you are in at basically the best prices that you can be at for the start of this potential run up towards 1500. So hopefully that works out. I'm going to be looking to get into that.